February 8th, 2017, Santa Fe, New Mexico, Wolf Conservation Rally. This is Wednesday at the Santa Fe Roundhouse Legislative Building. It's around 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
There are more people in this crowd by lots than there are Mexican gray wolves in the wild. Look around you. We're far more populous here than the poor lobos who are struggling to survive. And they've got an enemy up there. Governor Martinez has found a way to drive the Mexican wolf to extinction. And we have got to stand in the way. We have got to save the Mexican wolf. Now listen to this. The government had killed all but 7 wolves originally. That song we just heard was written before they were introduced. They killed all but 7, and those ones were bred to reintroduce. And so now those wolves that have been mismanaged on behalf of the livestock industry, and their genetics have been squandered from those 7 animals. They need more animals for the more diverse population in captivity to ameliorate the inbreeding that they're facing. And the Mexican wolf is facing a blockade of releases that Governor Martinez orchestrated. And we're here to tell her we're not going to stand by and let the Mexican wolf go extinct. We're here to say that our national forests, our Gila National Forest, our public lands, and the wildlife that makes them thrive are not for sale. They're not to be given away in political deals. We are here to say the Mexican wolf must be able to survive. Thank you, everybody, for making me here.
Thank you, Michael. Hi, everyone. My name is Peter Sloan. I work at the Southwest Environmental Center. We feel really strongly that conservation and wildlife issues and the plight of the lobo in particular is not a political issue. It's not an issue that explodes ethical issue. And on that point, I wanted to introduce our next speaker. Her name is Carol Calvert. She's a bishop of the Church of Antioch here in Santa Fe, and she's going to talk a little bit about her perspective on the Mexican wolf. So please welcome Carol Calvert.
Hey, thank you, everybody. What a great turnout. This is amazing. I just have a story for you. The little boy tugged on the old man's pant leg. Grandfather, tell me about the wolf. Listen, my child, and listen well, he said, for the wolf was a great teacher. Once upon a time in New Mexico, the rivers ran clear and the willows and cottonwoods were healthy. There were 4 distinct seasons, and one could hear the haunting howl of the majestic wolf, a predator of the highest order. Wolves kept the land healthy by keeping the deer and elk from overgrazing and destroying the grasses and trees. The trees kept the land from eroding and were home to many birds and insects. Because of the wolves, there was balance and harmony throughout the wild lands. The native people knew that the wolf was a sacred animal. In fact, they understood that all animals were sacred and even called them brothers and sisters. They would only kill them for food or if in danger, and always with a prayer to honor the spirit of the animal. These wise souls only took what they needed to survive and knew better than to hunt an animal to extinction. They understood that all beings were connected to each other and to the earth, and that each one had their special place in the world. But other immature souls began senselessly killing the wolves out of fear, out of ignorance, and sometimes for mere sport. Some even used high-powered rifles with scopes, shooting from low-flying helicopters. These were not hunters, they were slaughterers. Others with great vision tried to protect the wolves and help them flourish. But time and time again, the foolish men killed them off. Because of the actions of these human predators and others like them, we must now live the way we do, with very little water, constant wind, intense heat, and little food. Why couldn't you stop them, Grandpa? Asked the boy. We tried. Many of us tried. But the wise older souls were no match for the brash young souls who cared only about power and money at the expense of the environment. And this was a time when the rich and powerful were in control of almost everything. They tore into our Earth Mother and poisoned the land, the water, and the air. They sold her blood for profit as oil, and I dare say sold their souls in the process. And that is why we now live in this barren land, and that is why, my dear boy, you will never hear the howl of the wolf. They sat in silence as the wind blew over the land. My prayer is that this story never happens, and that together we can write a new story, one where not only wolves but all of us thrive in harmony. So I would just like to close by saying, let us all do our best to cooperate, to spread the word of the importance each being has on this earth. And may all beings be awakened to the sacredness of all life. And so it is.
So
Amen.
it is. Oh. Kevin Bixby, and this isn't about policy. This isn't about economics. The Mexican wolf has been on this earth for hundreds of thousands of millions of years, and it is about to go extinct because a person up there and a few people that she has appointed has managed to frustrate and block the very actions that are needed to prevent the Mexican gray wolf from going extinct, and that is forever. We must act. We must not allow that to happen. So let's march.
Hold on, I got one more speaker. Sorry, marching wherever we're She's going to tell us a little about her experience with wolves. Okay. And then we'll march. Yeah, that's fine. Good. Let's see that stick goes back in. Yeah. Can you help us?
Good afternoon. My name is Dean Osorio. I live in Las Cruces, and I recently spent my 457th night camping in a tent in occupied Mexican wolf home ranges. I've seen a total of 50 wolves in the wild, and I wanted to share at least one experience like this of seeing wolves in the wild that made a particularly big impression on me and my husband. The scene is the Gila National Forest in 2007, the very end of December and the beginning of January 2008. My husband Peter, our dog Charlie, and I set up our tent at the west edge of the T-Bar grasslands in the home range of a wild Mexican wolf pack. Long shadows lay across the snow as I put away the remains of our supper in our blazer. Suddenly Peter called me to look up the road to the north. A single, uncollared wolf stood in the middle of the road about 180 meters away. After looking at us for a brief moment, the wolf took a few steps north along the road and then loped away to the west, disappearing among the scattered trees. Shortly after the animal disappeared, we heard some loud and musical howls from the east, the voices of at least two lobos singing in chorus. A few softer howls answered from the west, too far away to be the wolf we had just seen. After a few minutes, the wandering wolf returned, crossing back to the east. Still later, she, and we believe it is a she, crossed back to the west after first sniffing around and walking a short distance north. She finally disappeared into the gathering darkness. A little later, as we lay snug in our sleeping bags in our tent, in the snow, we heard more howls from both sides of the road, the howls from the east again being louder than the ones to the west. At midnight, we were awakened by the most impressive concert yet. A deep, resonant song that sounded as if it came just across the road to the east. Over the next 2 days, we explored the local area, finding numerous large wolf tracks in the snow, as well as wildlife, including immature bald eagles, some ravens. The loudest sounds we heard the whole time were wolf howls. We didn't see or hear a single human being or vehicle. I'm here today because of this experience and to help ensure that the youngest generation of New Mexicans will have the opportunity to learn to feel at home in nature and to fall asleep in their warm sleeping bags on a snowy night, serenaded by the wild music of the lobo. And Governor Martinez, up there on the fourth floor, if you would like to join us on our next winter trip, we would love to have you. Thank you.
What do we want? More wolves! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? More wolves! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? More wolves! When I say where, you say in the wild. Where do we want it? In the wild! What do we want? More wolves! Where do we want them?
of those miniature white wolves?
She's a mini wolf, yes.
A mini wolf, oh
You
no.
should see her go after those mice.
Oh, she takes down like a 2,000-pound elk.
I've never seen that. I've heard, though. I've heard.
Well, the little ones are the... Hello, who are you? Damn radical?
That's right.
Let me see your sign. Wait a second. I don't want to step on anyone. Here. Free the Lobos. You mean the basketball team's in trouble?
Yeah.
They're jailed somewhere? Yeah, I think Jan's here.
Is she?
Yeah, she was in front of me for about 10 minutes. She's in gray.
Where are we going?
Thank you. Thank you for coming. How are you doing?
Turn and face south.
Wolves once roamed throughout Mexico, Arizona, Utah, and Colorado. From California to West Texas and south all the way to nearly Mexico City. In addition to restoring lobos in the United States, wolves are being returned to Mexico. Now that you're facing south, raise some howls for wolf recovery south of the border. Let's hear it.
What happened to the naysayers? Too far of a walk?
Yep. How are you
Couldn't
doing?
catch a bus?
That's a
Couldn't
nice
get a
little,
cab?
nice little apparatus there. Very
Oh,
ingenious.
thank you. I don't know about genius.
Oh, that's good.
Do what you gotta do.
Sure, exactly.
Oh, look at this guy.
Nice
Probably
to
worked
meet
all
you.
night on that.
Thank you. Sure. Oh yeah, more than night.
genetically diverse wolves must be allowed into the wild population to stop the slow slide into extinction from inbreeding. West is the direction of the sunset. Please turn to face west and howl as a promise that we will not let living wolves fade and disappear into the night of history. Let's
Let's hear it. Howling Mad. All right, let's proceed to north. I've got a good one. Let's keep this chant up the whole way. It goes like this. Hey, Susanna, get out of the way. Hey, Susanna, get out of the way. Let's try that again. Hey, Susanna, get out of the way. Hey, Susanna, get out of the way. Hey, Susanna, get out of the way.
Thank you.
It's not enough that wolves have a small, restricted population artificially suppressed by human special interests. Restoration means that wolves are allowed to take their place in the wild community and to fulfill their natural role as essential and safe carnivores. How for wolves to be allowed to roam north all the way to the Grand Canyon. Let's hear for wolves for the north.
doing? How you gentlemen doing? Looks like a massive riot here. You guys ready with the SWAT crew?
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
All the demonstrations have been all right, and they're all very thankful for allowing them to be here. So
Yeah,
we're good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think 99% of the people are going to be
Yeah,
fine.
everybody's very respectful.
Okay,
so
very good.
we're
Thank
lucky,
you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I'm not trying to hurt. She's playing. Yeah. Oh, she's been obsessed with us. I just Oh, we do. Anyway, I was just carrying
By the way, you had a good energy.
Oh God, that's
Well, I think there should be. In the spirit of fairness and complete transparency, and also let these gentlemen. Well, let's see what they have to say. I think we can both.
call the governor. We have a phone and Michael Dax available. Come on out.
What a great turnout. Let's get so loud that the governor can hear us from out here. So, very quickly, I met with Senator Heinrich's Santa Fe office last week, and what they told me, and what they've heard from other congressional offices, is that they've been receiving so many calls that it is difficult for them to work. On a normal week, 20 calls. In the past few weeks, 100 calls a day.
Can I get one?
100 calls a day into Governor Martinez's office?
Yes.
Yeah, come on. Again, do you think we can get 100 calls a day into Governor Martinez's office? Yeah! All right. I also want to let everyone here know, in case you're not inside, at 2:30 today in room 321, there will be a judiciary hearing on SB 81, the Wildlife Trafficking Bill. If you can attend, show up, stand up, say yes, I support this. If you can't attend, go home, find out who your senator is, email him or her, give him or her a call, and say please support SB 81. So 2:30, a little less than an hour, up in 321. So if you make it, we would love your support. We're getting some logistical questions here, so we're going to tone it down for a second. nmlegis.gov is the website. From the top bar, you can say, find my legislator if you don't know who it is. You could also go find your legislator just by searching in the House or the Senate, and all their information is located right there. So nmlegis.gov. And you can find out everything you need to know to be an effective citizen advocate.
All right, thank you everybody for making it. I'm Michael Robinson, Center for Biological Diversity. We have the power to save the Mexican gray wolf. Susana Martinez is answering to special interests that want the extinction of the Mexican wolf. We saw their signs. They said extinction. That's what they want. Well, we're not going to stand for it. These young people right over here know that their future is tied to the health of the land and the ecosystem. They're out here representing their future. You know, we're here to save the Mexican gray wolf, but if we can learn from the lesson of how wolves live on the landscape, from keeping things in balance, our society might be able to turn course and live in balance too. This is a matter of righting a wrong. Our government exterminated the wolf. And now our state government is trying to complete the process. They came within 7 wolves of exterminating the Mexican gray wolf off the face of the earth. And damn it, we are not going to let them finish the job! We are not going to take it! So when you go leave here, talk to other people. Write a letter to the editor. Tell the world the Mexican gray wolf needs help. When any one of us needs help, we hope that our society will be here for us. And there's a lot of people under assault in our society now. Well, it's time to stand up for the most vulnerable. And there is no more vulnerable animal on this planet than the endangered Mexican gray wolf, the lobo. I'm happy that you're here to support the lobo. Let's not end this fight now. It's only the beginning. We are going to stop the inbreeding. We're going to save the Mexican gray wolf. And when you come down to the Gila, or when you go into the Cibola National Forest, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, it's not going to be a lifeless place. It's going to have the howl of the Mexican wolf in the wild. It'll have deer and elk and everything that belongs out there, because we're making a stand, and we will stand again. And Governor Martinez, if you are listening, we are here to resist your extermination of the wolf. Let them release wolves into the wild. Back off. Don't let your legacy be extinction. So let's have one more howl, one more loud howl for the Mexican gray wolf.
Write a letter to her. If you have a borrowed sign, you're welcome to take it home, or you can leave it in a pile over here for us. Thanks everybody for coming out.
Is that it? Yeah, hold your sign up so I can see it. Breathe the lobo, good. And yeah, that's good about. I saw her too. Didn't speak to anyone, but I saw him. Okay, what time is it now? Until we close. Okay. Thank you. It's around 1:50 in the afternoon. Looks like the rally is coming to an end. How you doing?
Good.
Good to see you. Doing fine. I wouldn't say I was walking around. Just wanted to try and take good pictures, good video in this case. So how's life in Eastern Albuquerque? Yeah.
Oh, well, now my driveway is all sucking mud, just like this.
Yeah, I can see that.
Bizarre setting. Everything contributes to it. 300 driveway facing north with a 30 degrees.
Oh, that's not very good.
Shaded.
Yeah, that's not good.
You're right, you have to ask for like that. Snow, melt, ice, melt.
Yeah, exactly.
And then mud.
Yeah, it probably take a week or two for it to dry out, even when it's when it's nice and sunny even.
Well, and partly it's the people in our neighborhood who just don't. I've only lived there since 1980. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, one side. I keep telling you, you gotta scrape it all the way down.
Yeah, well, you got to get rid of the snow, get rid of the water, or you could just build a nice concrete driveway for probably $100,000, and that's heated. Well, if it will survive, you got to be careful. It may not, you got to be careful with the heat and the cold combination is going to crack all that stuff.
Yeah, we've got that asphalt on the main roads in the nose. They do have to oil the cracks together sometimes.
Sure.
But it's caused a lot of faster.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Thanks for coming to this event.
Oh yeah, we were in the Well, this is the Southwest.
Well, we're a lot closer, and we don't have the muddy issues. Our roads are all paved.
Nice.
So that's the end of the video now.